How is there one person here? Okay, anyways, this is COVID and Coffee episode, I don't even know. Or I don't even remember, because I actually don't. I am working on my KRONOS XTR. I'm having, or I was having, still am, maybe having a rough time with it. Today is a dreary day. Figured I might as well. Well, there's two videos. So there's two videos in the queue on that thing right there. So there's two videos just basically sitting, waiting to go on YouTube. And obviously it's going to be in that succession thing. So I've got one video that's dropping today. And I guess maybe depending upon how that video does, I might drop the other video, because what I don't want people doing is I don't want people thinking that live repair, or all my videos are all crashing together. I've got no way of figuring out like what video is what. So anyways, I did do a repair. It doesn't work. So, and I think that's the hard part about when you do videos, is that everybody thinks that the repair you're doing is like the fix, and it's not. I just do something to see if it works and just go, hey, this is what I'm going to try. Maybe you might want to try it yourself, but maybe I should put like a disclaimer like at the top that just like flashes and says, I don't know, warning, don't copy or do anything that this channel does. What's going on? What we got here? I just saw a couple people. Oh, big and cool. What's going on? Dan, what's going on, guy? The XTR is dropped to the bottom of your list, right? Hey, you know what's crazy, man? You know what's crazy? And I shouldn't be saying this. I shouldn't be saying this, because if Team Corrali is paying attention, the words that are going to come out of my mouth right now, they're going to be like, got him. And it's just like, I'm not giving up, and I'm not done. Unfortunately, I think for Team Corrali, this is not the way that this should be going. I shouldn't have to be using foreign competitor parts to keep their vehicle together. But I am. So right now, this thing is probably considered a pile of blasphemy. I mean, I know at least for myself. Well, you know what though? People do it all the time though. I don't know. Does Ford like it when you LS something? Like when you take an LS motor, or actually, does any manufacturer out there like it when you put an LS motor that's not, designed to go into their vehicle? Do they like it? Nah, they probably don't. I don't know. Maybe they just sit there and laugh. Who knows? Yeah, so this is kind of like effectively what I'm doing is I'm taking, man, what is Corrali? Corrali would be like a Renault, right? Like a Renault or Renault. So maybe Team Corrali is a Renault. And I'm trying to take like what would another manufacturer be? Because I don't want to insult, but I also don't want to like put them on this glorified pedestal either. I could say Ford, but because I'm wearing a Chevy hat today. So how about this? I'm taking Ford suspension parts and I'm sticking it into a Renault to make it more reliable. So, or Renault. Jeremy, what's going on, guy? If it's not held together right. Mir, what's going on, guy? Stews, what's happening, man? GM, yeah. I don't know. Robert, what's going on, guy? Good morning to you. All right, so I'm just going to get right into this. All this really is because it's a cruddy day, and I've got videos. Like I said, I got videos in the queue. I should probably go over and check that, but I've got videos. Oh, I wanted to bring out something again. So like, I'm a motor mouth, right? So that's an Apple computer, okay? It just did some update, and I don't remember saying, yeah, please update my computer. Normally, from memory, anytime there's an update, I have to okay it. Well, I turned my computer on yesterday, and it was black screen with the wording saying that something was being installed or updated or whatever. And I'm like, I thought I had to like okay stuff, because what I don't like doing is with Apple, because I have an Android and because I use GoPros, with Apple, for some strange reason, every time there's an update, it breaks everything for like a couple of days. So I've got 2 videos sitting on there. The last video that I'm working on, so one video is actually in YouTube, ready to drop today. The other video is sitting on my computer because I tried to take one of my GoPro files, uploaded it like I usually do to my computer, like I do every single time, and you can see it in Final Cut Pro, like in the box, right? Like up in the box that's over here on the left-hand side. But then when you click on it to put it in your timeline, all it is volume. It's this black screen. And I'm like, okay, well, I know the footage is there. And then I'm like, oh yeah, yesterday there was an update. So for a couple of days, my Mac is going to be broken. And that just seems like it is. That just seems like how it is. I also did a video on these GoPro 7s. And I keep telling people, this is the camera to buy. No, there's no GoPro out there that's perfect. But with what GoPro has to offer right now, this is the one to get. I've pointed everybody to getting this camera. They're pretty cheap right now. I got 5 of them. I very rarely ever have an issue. A lot of times, if you have, have you ever had like a computer or some kind of electronic device where you actually had to take the battery out or do a hard reset, pull the battery out, put it back in? Every once in a while, I've got to do that. Every once in a while, you have to remember that the memory card can only be formatted so many times. There's like these little bits and chunks of like broken files, little bits and chunks of, broken pieces that get kind of like scattered throughout the memory card. So eventually the memory card turns to junk, and then you just got to get another memory card. I also use those Samsung, I think I've got a link for it in the description. I use those Samsung memory cards because they're $20 and they very rarely ever give me an issue. So, where am I? I don't even know where I am. I think I'm supposed to be working on this truck. So last night, I at like 11:30 or something like that, 10, 11:30, 12, who knows. I finalized my, I believe, real fix. JT is premiering a video. So if you guys want to go over and watch JT, because this ain't going to be any fun. What you'll see is basically with your own eyes, you'll see what I did to hopefully really fix this thing. I have high hopes. There is one other thing that I have to modify on this, and it's very, very easy. Hopefully I've got the parts here. Yeah, I do. Yeah, so enough talking. So now it's just time to switch this. I've got to figure out a different way to mount cameras and all that junk. So we go like this. I really am trying to give this Team Corrali a shot. I am not, I don't like to give up, man, but it's really fighting me. Also, like I had mentioned, these are Ovonics newer batteries. This one is brand new. This one, I think, just came out. I hope it's not a pre-release. But this is an Ovonic Air. Technically, they're calling it a car battery. It's an 8,100C pack, which I've been waiting for. I've been talking with them and saying they're supposed to change their logo. They're supposed to do a whole bunch of stuff. Well, not their logo, but they're supposed to change like how their battery packs are going to look. But I think they put things on pause. But that's that 100C pack. It is an odd size battery. I will say that. You know what? I didn't check to see if it'll fit in here. It is a 3S, but I'm just curious. Would this thing fit in this Corral? And no, but if you take two and put them side by side like this, they do. So it'll be a tall, thin pack. As far as Ovonic Air batteries go, I have been very pleased with the performance of all of my Ovonic Air batteries. I haven't got one that has a problem yet. And I do know Gus's custom creation. He came across an Ovonic Air pack that was giving him a hard time. I can't remember what it was, but it's not a battery pack that I actually have. So I can't speak to that, but Gus has just one pack that I guess he had an issue with. I'm not sure if anybody else does. And I will say this one right here, this one was more exciting to me just because of what it is. You know what that is? It's a little race pack. I'm just psyched, man. You know, it's not every day that you get, you know, what you're looking for. So this was part of the problem with the Team Corrali. This is a piece of their, it's actually this one right here. The video that's coming out. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. So the video that's coming out today, you're going to see there is some repetitive, you know, how I do the slow motions because I run two cameras. So you'll see a double slow-mo. So you'll see the actual action. Camera's right there. So you'll see the actual action of the car, right? And then I do two slow-mos. The reason why I do the two slow-mos is because it gives different perspectives. It's given a head perspective, which is looking down on the car, and it gives a low-down perspective that's probably about, where is it? The low-down perspective is probably around a couple inches above my knee. So what I like about that is it gives that lower perspective. Now I zoomed them in, so the quality isn't perfect, but you'll be able to see why I'm complaining right now about Team Corrali, because I have had other vehicles go through abuse way harder than this, and not suffer the ease of breakage. Now, my backtrack is different, so I am not used to the backtrack. And it's a combination backyard backtrack. I'm not used to the terrain, but that still doesn't matter when you see that I slowed down the footage. What I'm curious about is if there's anybody actually on here paying attention, really listening to me spouting off my mouth. In the video that's coming out today, it's not like I'm trying to get you to watch my video, but yeah, of course I am. I really want you to pay attention to the couple of slow-mos that I did, and I really am looking for real personal opinions, because the reason why I'm saying that is because I always try to look at something. I try to look at something in a objective way, I guess. I don't want to place blame on the manufacturer. I don't want to place blame on myself, although I'd rather take the blame myself because that's just easier. I'd rather not blame the manufacturer because supposedly they've already done months of testing and R&D and all this other stuff. And I think that we're actually the ones that are doing the R&D, because what this thing has gone through, man, this is really the first vehicle. I mean, this is really the first vehicle that I have gotten that was a Team Corrali, and I got sucked in. And what I don't want is I don't want that sucked in word to become suckered in. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm really trying to give this thing a chance. I'm not going to grass drive it. I'm not going to not pull the trigger. I'm not going to, I'm not going to be easy. I want to see what can this thing take anything? You know what I mean? And it kind of right now, I'm trying not to make my original viewpoint of Team Corrali, which I had always said. For some reason, for me, Team Corrali just always missed the mark. And it's just a personal opinion for me. Everybody else who loves Team Corrali, that is awesome. That's your vehicle. That's your whatever. That's your Ford, your Dodge, your Chevy, whatever you got. But for me, right now, if I was a true Chevy guy and I hated Ford, right now this thing's looking like a Ford. Or if I was a true Ford guy, get the wrong hat on, but I got the right hat on. And if I was a true Ford guy, I'm looking at Chevy and Dodge and going, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? So right now, what I don't want to do is I don't want to look at this car and be like, yeah, whatever. So I really want your real personal opinion when you see the slow-mos, and don't go, the slow-mos are garbage. Just look at the slow-mo for what I'm trying to show. That's all. That's the only reason why the slow-mos are there. I think they look cool. It shows, and I'm showing two ends. I'm showing two ends of that spectrum. What was that? Mo, guy. What is that for? Holy smokes. Dude, thank you. I appreciate that, man. They show it way higher and farther. Yeah. Well, here's something. So Mere Death. I think is your name Mere Death? Because it's DEAPH, which is a Mere Death. I think it's Mere Death. You like the slow? Yeah, not everybody likes the slow-mos, though. You know what I mean? But Mo, why is that? Oh, for the truth and insight. Yeah, but the thing is, remember, this is my own personal opinion. Everybody out there thinks I can't. Well, everybody out there says that I can't drive, and I'm okay, cool. No, I'm not perfect. No, there isn't. I've got a confusion in my head every once in a while when I shouldn't hit the brake or I should hit the gas. It's like, who out there drives perfect? I mean, I don't know. Also, if you haven't watched anything Cletus McFarland, go watch Cletus McFarland, man. I'm telling you, it's a good time. He does good videos. And also the other channel there that now I'm subscribed to. I forget what his name is. I'll have to look at what the thing is, but yeah. I think I've done enough talking. I don't even know what I'm doing. All right, so this is the Team Corrali KRONOS. I do believe that I have finally, at least for me, I do believe that I have solved for myself the issues that this vehicle has. I'm going to pop off the wheels because this side I technically need to work on. That side this side I actually need to just maintenance. This side I actually do need to fix something because I made an error when I initially did this because it was my first rip with it, and I kind of just let it go, and I was just like, whatever. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. It should be fine. So I do have to fix that side, but this side I got to maintenance. That side I got to fix and maintain and do maintenance on. I got to change the oil. So, oh yeah, I wanted to show you. See these? These are Hobao wheel nuts. If you're not buying or using a wheel nut like this, there's something wrong with you. These things are awesome. So when you have a wheel like a wheel nut such as that, look at the surface area coverage. This is providing so much more strength and surface area coverage to that wheel. Plus, when you look at the factory original, there's no serrade, so they're just, you know, planning on, I guess, Loctite holding it on. Check that out, man. Check out that serrade. This is from Hobao, so Team Hobao. Right there, these guys. These guys make parts that are awesome. If I could have these kind of wheel nuts or lug nuts on all of my RCs, I would. All right. Okay. So I'm not going to really say what's going on here. You can just literally see for yourself. But I do need to basically pop this hub off, which is kind of a, you know what? I think I need to charge this battery. I don't think this battery is, Yep. I got to get rid of these tools, man. These are they're too weak. They're great for light work, but when you're trying to do anything real, nah, junk. You've never used Hobao before? Yeah, Hobao's people, I don't know, man. Hobao's a relatively kind of small company, but Hobao was the company that actually made all of Onfa's stuff. And they decided just to go out on their own and do their own thing, so. I shouldn't have to take out this whole one, right? I don't think I need to take out the top one. I probably should have just taken out the bottom one. That would have been fine. But I do notice that when I pull these out, they tend to like bind. So let's see here. What are we looking at? So we are looking at, I think, this one. Yep. I should be able to just pop these bearings out. Going like this. So these bearings, this bearing is actually seized. This one. This is not a Team Corelli bearing, but this is seized. I'm going to pop this one out. This one, I believe, still moved. This one moved too, but it's very crunchy. So, going to square these away right now. All right. I am also not a paid sponsor, but if you like pickles, these Mount Olive, you got to get the Mount Olive ones. These Mount Olive Sweet Heat bread and butter chips or pickles. These things are insanely awesome. Every time we go to the store, every time my wife goes to the store, she's buying she tries to get this size, but every once in a while she has to get the small size because there's nothing left. All right. Wish I had a smaller container, like a little shakeable shot glass to do this. So I could probably go like that, right? I don't want to do it like that. Yeah. You know, I'm going to clean these up first. You love pickles, Riff? Yeah. Pickle juice cleans bearings. Yes, guy. You didn't know that? It's the sweet heat. The sweet heat I pickle my bearings. Sweet heat pickle juice. All right. I should be using this. I should be using a paper plate. Paper plates, man. I'm telling you, paper plates are awesome. Especially if you get these ones, the coated paper plates. The coated paper plates are great. But what I'm hoping is that hoping I can just bring these bearings back to life just by cleaning them up a little bit, popping the seals out. I do have new bearings, but that's when I'm like done kind of thing. I'm not big on wanting to waste money. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick the seals out right now. I need music playing in the background. I think I'll do. Second, I'll just drop it in the tank. Drop it in the dunk tank. Yeah, look at all that junk that was in there. The sweet heat. Pickle bearing juice. Now I'll see if these bearings are actually any good. Let's see. Hope they are. What happens is the bearings can get etched. Not the bearings. Well, the bearings can too, but usually the races get etched. And that's why you end up sometimes with some issues. Yeah, this one's kind of nasty. This one might need to be cleaned. You know what? Good enough. What's the... Yes, that's the secret formula. 1 part vodka. And usually the one time, also always use gloves. Yeah, look at that. It's already, look at that. Look at that. That thing was seized. Look at that. Would you just look at it? Look at that. That was seized. Look at it now. Spinning like a thing of beauty. Now, the other thing that you would normally do is use a compressor. Use a compressor and you can blow out any of the grit. So, I don't know where my needle nose pliers are. But that was seized. Look at that. Just swirling it in the juice. Look at that bad boy. Beautiful. That's so much better. Let's see how this other one did. This one was seized also. Oop. Crap. So now this one should be able to put on a thing. And this one is still a little stuck. Just a little. It is freeing up, but it is a little stuck. But you can see, at least now, it's got a little bit of motion. There we go. All right. So let's see. Look at that. There we go. That's what you want to see right there. You see the inner race is not moving anymore. Okay, you can't see it. Look at that. Freed up. Mint. Now I am just going to give this another little swirl in there just to see if I can get rid of any of the junk that may still have been in there. And if I put it on, I don't think that's going to work. Yeah. Put on a spring-loaded one. That's not going to work either, will it? Look at that. Oh, gone. See? Got to put it on the right thing. But that is, here we go. This is the right thing. Now that, look at that. Beautiful. Not perfect, but beautiful. Now it's freed up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go against the grain. Like I always do. This is just what I do. And guess what I'm using? I am using this. Some people like to put oil. I'll use this. Guy, it's the wrong stuff. No, it's not. It works, guy. And you want to make sure you pack that grease in there. Doesn't have to be like hugely packed, because once this bearing starts to move, that grease, and make sure you wear gloves, by the way, when you do this. I've got the invisible gloves on, so that's why I can do it this way. People just don't realize that I have a special glove that I'm using. You can't see it with the normal eyes. So always wear gloves. So that should work. You got a silver side, which is where the bearing cage rode. Reinstall that. Same thing on this one. And there we go. Beautiful. Invisible gloves. Ah, dude, I got sent these invisible gloves by a mysterious person, and and they work great. Plus, the stuff smells good too. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Nice. That's the way it should be. I am going to take that. Should I take that off? It's just a pain in the neck. I think I'll take it off. While I'm doing this, I should charge the battery. The reason why I'm taking it off is because I should clean the inside. Yeah, because none of this has really been clean. This was just for the video of me putting it together, just to show people how I did it. So none of this is clean, so I'm actually going to clean it right now. Daza, what's going on? If you're using pickle juice, it wouldn't surprise me if you put ketchup in this. Hey, guy. Who says ketchup wouldn't work? You might just have to use the right kind of ketchup. That could be the key. What? Maybe use mustard, guy. Okay. Here is a true story. And I have no way of proving this true story other than if I had one of my guys here right now, he'd tell you. So I had a DeWalt screw gun, okay? It has a clutch system, and it's supposed to be lubricated, and what I had noticed was after half a day's use, it started really heating up, okay? So I opened up, and this is during lunchtime, sitting down with the guys, and I opened up the clutch on that DeWalt screw gun, and I used barbecue sauce to lubricate the clutch. I am so dead serious. The guys were like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just lubricating the clutch, guy." And they're like, "But you're using barbecue sauce." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a liquid. Do you ever get barbecue sauce on your fingers? Nice and smooth, isn't it?" I used barbecue sauce, and it worked. Plus, once the gun, got to operating temp, it's made everything smell great. Barbecue sauce. That was a good one. So I should be sealing up this bearing. I'm going to just toss this in the juice just one more time, just to make sure that all the junk's out of there. But yes, that is 100,000% true story. I used barbecue sauce, and it worked. I'm not saying it was a permanent fix, but it worked. Supposed to be able to show you comment, but it's not letting me. So that's meant. Remember, use gloves whenever you're doing any of this kind of junk. You do not want this stuff getting into your skin, your bloodstream, all that stuff. I learned that from my wife and from Joe Daddy's Garage. If you guys haven't gone over to Joe Daddy's Garage, he's a buddy of mine. If you want to look at restoring Mustangs at the time right now, He's doing a lot of Mustang restorations, but he also has a bunch of other videos on his channel that provide a wealth of information. So he's a good guy, and he could use the support. No, relish probably wouldn't work. Too many chunks. Barbecue sauce. I'm serious. I wish there were the days when you could have like recorded stuff, because back then you didn't record stuff. You just did things. Do you know what I mean? And you just had your stories, and whoever was around you, they knew, you know. But yes, I did use barbecue sauce as a lubrication for the clutch in my DeWalt screw gun. And that's nice. So much happier. All right, so these are good. So I can go ahead and put these on the clean paper towel now. This is probably how I should have done this initially. But right, you can tell it's leaking. It's absolutely. It's got a barbecue sauce taste to it. Nice. Right, and it wouldn't be. It's not poisonous, you know. Great for using it on agricultural situations, you know. Addicted. What's going on, guy? Hellman's? Yeah, your diff mayo of choice. Nice. Hey, whatever works, you know. If you don't have any diff lube, just go to your local sub shop, grab some condiments, you're good to go. Yeah, can I get some extra barbecue sauce with that? All right. So I think that is happier. That should be happy. Got 43 people and only 30 thumbs ups, huh? Nice. Come on. Why are you holding back? You know when you leave, you're going to forget. Derek, what's going on, guy? You just missed the barbecue sauce story. It was story time. Bold and spicy. You know it, guy. You know what? Sweet baby. Well, my face is being eaten. Click. Sweet. Come on. Sweet baby Ray's. That's the barbecue sauce of choice right there. Sweet baby Ray's. Chef, what's going on, guy? How are you? Integrity, what's going on, guy? Good morning. Aaron, what's happening? Sammy Montas. What's going on? So you can see everybody right there. All right. Time to clean off the plate. Start over fresh. Now, just going to throw this, I'm going to throw this in the juice. Just give it a quick clean. How's Trash Bag doing? I don't know. You have to talk to the trash guy. Trash guy was pretty happy. Actually, he was pretty sad. What is this? Look at this white boy throwing a perfectly good RC in the trash. A lot of people would probably get mad if that was the real case. Some people actually thought that I really threw that thing away. I mean, come on. Why would I do that? Just because it's a trash bag? Put it out with the real trash? It wasn't clickbait. It actually did go in the trash bin. It was temporary, though. Come on. Trash bag does have to come back to the channel. It's just a pain in the neck. There we go. Let's see how we're looking here. I want to make sure of, yeah, look at that. That's spinning. That's what I wanted to see. And the inner race is spinning as well. That's a thing of beauty right there. All right. So what I do, what I also do with this is I do put in a drop of oil inside. This is just what I do. Put in a couple drops. This is just what I do. If you do regular maintenance, this is just what I do. What it does for me is it just keeps a lubrication kind of like inside that channel. Yes. Does it ever come out? Yes. But if you maintain and really clean your vehicles like you kind of should, then it's all good. Will this attract dirt and all that junk in there? Yep. But I use an air compressor. Use an air compressor when you're done. Always works for me. What is this clean you speak of? Right. Yeah, the furthest thing from it sometimes, huh? But that's all right. Oh, everything's going. Watch out for the rim on the paper plate. Everything will fall apart. That's why you watch this channel. You watch it for the comedy relief. Just pole vaulted everything off the paper plate. That's why you don't do anything that you ever see on this channel. Don't do it. Just do what you want and you'll be happy. You do what I do, there's going to be issues. And here we go. Like buy an X Max, right? Hey, you had your warning, guy. You had your warning. You saw. You saw. You just had to see for yourself, didn't you? Like, I ain't gonna believe you, guy. I'm gonna buy a trash bag 2.0 and it's gonna be mint. Yeah, it's gonna drain your bank account, mint. What I want is I want just the slightest amount of slop. Less slop, more free motion. And I think once I get it on, I'll be able to fine tune that. Get in there. Come on. Get in there. Now, the Team Corelli should be very happy. Just making sure that that race is turning, and it is. What did you miss? Ah, you didn't miss anything, guy. Nothing good. You missed the barbecue sauce story, maybe. Barbecue sauce clutch grease. Oh, well, yes and no. No, what I'm doing right now is I'm taking it apart to maintain or maintenance the repair parts that I put in it that were not brand new. Where am I here? This vehicle is a little bit of blasphemy right now, but I'm okay with that. Nice. Make sure you always cap and cover your stuff so that you don't have contaminants going inside that you don't want to be in there. I'm supposed to be charging this thing. I keep forgetting. Yeah, this driver's dead. Ah! I gotta charge this thing up. So I think I can leave it like, it does need to kind of go in a little bit more. Just so I can get that, leave that pin alone, walk away, go to the other side. That's good enough for now. Come on, get in there. Try to work around the camera. It's hard sometimes. There we go. That never got stuck. Trying to figure out what's going to be the easiest way for me to get this out of here. I suppose I'll just loosen up this now. There might be sand impacted into this one. Because that... No, that's not going to be charged enough. So let's see. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. Get away, that arm twists, man. Get a little bit of leverage on this. I think any RC tracks that used to be got sold for housing developments. I remember BMX tracks that I used to go to when I was a kid and ride my bike. Those things got turned into developments. That was crazy. Go back and see stuff like that, you know, the changes and stuff. It's like, this is where I used to ride my bike. Not anymore. Everything's gone, man. Everything's a condo or some kind of new development. Even junkyards. There are junkyards I used to go to as a kid, and those junkyards are gone. They've been converted into housing developments. And what's crazy is I worked in those housing developments. I even remember where specific cars were within the junkyard that's now like where somebody's house is that I worked on. I don't know how they cleaned up the ground, man. Because the old junkyards was literally just a cesspool of just nastiness that you didn't want to go to. Like, you didn't want to like lay in the dirt. I always had to bring cardboard with me so I could lay on the cardboard. All right. And these bearings are actually mint. But I'm still gonna, even though they're mint, I'm still gonna flush them out. Nitro, what's going on? Volks Works Garage, what's going on, guys? I'll call you Volks. Volks is better. It's easier to say. This is actually the fix. But it's an untested fix because you got to get literally how many battery packs through it before you can say, oh yeah, this is the fix. Even though the other one is kind of like, is this the fix? I think I might have titled that other one wrong. Yeah. So EXB steering blocks, Team Corrali stock axle with EXB spindles. I call them spindles. EXB spindles, EXB front steering blocks, stock, like I said, stock Corrali axle with regular just ball joints. And the only issue is this right here. The only issue that I have is the fact that I would rather see a thicker hex, and there's a reason for that. But M2C Racing has designed a new hex that if you have issues with your wheels and these hexes cutting into the wheels like they have done to tons of people, they just don't realize it. M2C now makes the proper hex. Well, M2C makes the proper hex that I would buy. All that junk that came off in that thing. How do you know when your bearings are dying? Well, there you go. Bearing juice. Liquid bearing. Liquid paste bearing. More like it. Oh, what, the vectors? Yeah. RC for all. What's going on, guy? And race is moving. Watch out for cross threading, I'll tell you that. There's one thing. There we go. That's a little better. Now, this is the side that I wanted to address that is technically wrong. So, make sure you cap off all your greases and your solvents and all your junk. Don't leave things open. Clean up your mess as you go. hate my new thread lock. Where's my wrench? The wrench that I was using with this thing last night. It's not this one, right? What did I do with the wrench? Somehow I have misplaced the wrench, I think, that I used last night. Yep, I think I did. So what you do need to do, or at least what I would recommend, get rid of the Corrali ends. Get rid of the Arma link rod ends. Use the Corrali rod ends with the Arma ends, and I think you'll be good. I just gotta make sure that I'm threading it on the right way. I think it's this way. And yep. Yeah. Should do is I should check to see how deep that is. It would definitely be easier. It's going that way. want to make sure is that I don't go too far with this thing. I think that is right there. Don't like this new thread lock. It's like they made an inferior bottle and everything. I have no idea what my old thread lock is. Let's see, he'll find his own charger when he's dying. charger refusal right now. He just doesn't want to go on his charger. So he's probably just going to die. Oh, almost forgot. What am I doing? I didn't fully screw in that side. I was wondering why the CAMO looked way off. There it goes. All right, so now I know that that steering is messed up, so actually I probably should have. See if I can do this while it's still on. Crap. Not paying attention here. So, do need to adjust the links a touch. Also, I need to adjust my shock oil, because obviously they're running in like 20-degree weather, so that's what these things are set up for. Way too quick on the smack. But I'm just going to run it the way it is right now. I am done with that front end. I do need to just make some fine-tune adjustments with that front end. You can see we've got some toe in. I want to get some of that out of there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Almost feel like I'd rather have a different rod end, but I'm going to stay with that for now. So anyways, this was a not necessarily a quick live on the Team KRONOS XTR. Hopefully, like, maybe this gave somebody the idea that this is what they can do. I don't know. I got an EXB parts vehicle that I can pull from, so that's probably the benefit that I've got, is I've got a junkyard EXB. So the thing's pretty bare. I do want to take this thing out, but it is a nasty day, and the current configuration of my backtrack, I've got a little bit too much. I got a little bit too much clay right now on the top surface, and too much mud. So unfortunately, putting this vehicle through that, putting myself through that, honestly, the cleanup process. I mean, you can see I really don't clean things anyway, but that's pretty much as clean as things get, kind of, sort of. So, but hopefully this will work out. I definitely feel more confident this way, because the video that there's 2 more videos coming out. The video that you'll see first, I think, is ripping it. And then the next video, which most of you guys shouldn't even waste your time. If you were part of this live, don't even waste your time watching it, because basically it's what I did, like, with this. So anyways, I am out. I'm going to go have some lunch. It's about time to crack a cold one. So anyways, yeah, that's it. Team KRONOS XTR. It's got issues out of the box. I don't care who you are. For me, my Team KRONOS XTR roller, it's not a bag full of issues, but it's got stupid little things that I think Team Corrali is very well aware of. I really hope they pull through, because I shouldn't be pulling parts off of an Arma RC to fix their XTR roller. So, who do we got in chat? Old and slow, what's going on, guy? You could have saved money and just bought the Krobos. I don't like the body. You know what's funny? I actually don't like the styling of that KRONOS body. I more cared about what was supposed to be under the hood. And little did I know, I'm not saying that this thing's a piece of garbage yet. I mean, I might have said that just because I was, a little irritated. Piece of garbage. But I'm really not saying this is a piece of garbage yet. It's really trying to push my hand, but I'm fighting back. I do think this has a capability. It's got some just stupid stuff going on with it that really shouldn't be present nowadays. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, right now I'm just looking at my camber. Camber's mint. The camber is like mint, right where it should be. The front track width is actually slightly sucked in. At least I think it was slightly sucked in. Was this? Yeah, it is slightly sucked in, which is no big deal. I think it's only like could be like a total of a 1/2 inch, so 1/4 inch each side. I'm okay with that. It's no big deal. Who knows? Maybe that will cause the thing to whip its tail end around just a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe I could put dually wheels on the back. I don't know. I'm not giving up on this. This is my first Team Corrali. I am not happy out of the box, but that's okay. I wasn't happy. Well, actually, I was happy initially out of the box on both the Creighton EXB and this. This one revealed front steering knuckle issues, pivot ball joints. I call them ball joints just because I'm sick of people telling me it's something else. They're just ball joints. So it has upper and lower ball joints, just like a car. So it has upper and lower ball joints. Now it's running. It's basically the soft plastic, the steering knuckles. The plastic's junk, man. Where is it? Right here. This is junk. No, that's not it. Yeah, this is it. This is junk. So is this. This little piece right here. This little plastic junk piece. Can I focus on that? Nope. I'll only focus on my face. So this is junk. And this is junk. This plastic. In my opinion. Maybe because, I don't know, that ski jump they did, 20, 30 degrees, whatever the temperature was, maybe that's why the plastic's holding together. But maybe that's why each Team Corrali driver had like 5 RCs that they were carrying because they knew there were issues. I don't know. I thought I remembered seeing like a whole bunch of Team Corrali people carrying like 2 RCs each, and it's just like, I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not trying to spread rumors. I see what I see with this thing, and I do see some goodness. I do see something in this truck, but I'm also seeing other negatives that I'm just not talking about yet because they haven't fully revealed their issue. So I'm kind of waiting. I kind of pointed it out on the last live. I pointed out one thing that I had noticed that seems to be a little bit of an issue. I will see. I don't know, man. All right. So what do we got? We got Alex. Beer is delicious. Crack one, right? Yeah, but I don't drink that. I drink iced teas, guy. Yeah. So King Stoic, you're upset. Your Jambo tires are wearing way too fast. And your center support cracked in half. Jeez. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Nickel. Is that Nicolaus? Wow, I can't say that name. I think maybe it's Nicholas. I don't know. Thank you for coming. Eric, what's going on, guy? Swedish guy, what's going on? KRONOS. First KRONOS sold and never had an issue. And you know what? I got to tell you, that is awesome. So for everybody, and that's why I say it the way I say it, my KRONOS is experiencing issues. If you've got a Team Corrali and it is your, favorite RC, remember, any of the information that you're seeing is just with my Team Corrali. I'm not saying anything about anybody else's Team Corrali. I'm just saying mine has issues. I don't like the plastic. I think the plastic on mine is a piece of garbage. Those front knuckles, that's why they're gone. And like I said, I'm noticing a couple of other stuff and things. So we'll see how it holds up. This is the reason why I bought it, was because, like I said, there's 2 ways of saying it. I definitely was sucked in, but what I don't want is the sucked in to be then translated into I was suckered in. That's what I don't want to happen. And if that starts to happen, that's when the thing will go right into the trash bin. So, I can't sell a piece of garbage, kind of like the Traxxas trash bag that I've got. Why would I ever sell that to somebody? I wouldn't want to pain somebody like that. That's like, man, it's like selling a gallon of sour milk. Why would you do that? I'm not that kind of guy. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for coming to this live stream. If you haven't given a thumbs up, Thank you for that super chat, MozRC. If you're still here, thank you very much for that. I'll put it towards my son's Big Rock. Like I said, anybody that donates to the channel, that's what it's going to, unless you specifically say it's going to something else. But your name is being known, like, meaning you'll see what I'm talking about. I just think it's a good way of people can be giving, so it's a good way of, at least in my scenario, it's a good way of like giving back that kind of, you know, generosity. So yeah, that's it. All right, Mo. Team Corrali, if you guys are watching this, settle up your stuff, man.